here at the Elizabeth English Academy in hot and humid Italy. This video is about the climate and will be addressed in term 1 by children aged 7 to 9. If you've signed up and subscribed, then you will have received 3 sets of planning for this unit, which breaks down the learning into 3 different activities. If you haven't subscribed, please feel free to do so at the bottom and I'll send you the planning free of charge. As you can see from the 3 activities are the introduction, an introduction letter, a video Skype call, and rain gorges. The first activity, the instructional letter, is just to get them back into the rhythm of writing and thinking after their long summer holidays, and starts with some refreshers on the kind of language and grammatical style that they're going to be using. I've suggested, and it's really important on this topic, that you cover the interrogative form, whether you're English mother tongue or not, to make sure that they're able to create and write questions appropriately. And here I've just done a couple of quick slides just to refresh everyone. So using the auxiliary verbs of do and does, the auxiliary verb for present continuous, the different forms of the verb to be, and the past simple, using did, giving them the simple format of auxiliary plus subject plus verb. Do you play football? Are you studying? Did you read our letter? And there you can get them to write a few example questions. After that, you simply add on the question words at the front as well and look at the different ways that they change the language. So question words of why, when, where, what, who, how, and then that how plus adjectives such as how long, how short, how much. And get them again to write some sentences to get them into the practice of writing sentences properly. Why do you play football? When do you play football? What are you studying? But there are many language aspects which you can cover in the lead up to writing a letter. I'm going to focus here on the end product to keep things down to a short amount of time. And the end product should be a letter which they send to the other children. And this is just a repetition in a way of what the younger children aged 5 to 7 were doing. But this time the language should start to get a bit more developed. Especially when they come to ask questions such as where do you go to school? The lead up to this letter, the children will use their tablets or cameras to take photos of the school and the teachers, information that they want to share with the other children around the world. At this point, as a teacher, I would remind you to make sure that you are prepared for the photos that the children will take of you, that maybe you've shaved, and then you make sure that you cancel any of the horrible photos off of the children's iPads before they start to use them. The second activity at this point is a Skype video to do with the climate. So now we're saying maybe a month and a half, 2 months into that first term leading up to the winter holidays, to have looked into their climate. And by looked into, I suggest looking at places like botanical gardens, where the children can ask questions using what they've learned in the creation of questions, form appropriate questions to find out about their local climate. They can maybe go to farmers, and that information can then be made into either a video or a Skype call with 1, 2, 3, 4, lots of different schools, different places around the world, where they're able to share what they've learnt about their climate and learn about the climate that other children have in different parts of the world. The final part of the climate section is for the children to conduct experiments into their local climate. This practical activity should reinforce all of the other learning that they've done. The activity which I propose is that they create rain gorges. Rain gauges can be made very quickly. I've included on the planning a link to a very good YouTube video done by the Met Office. This kind of rain gorge, I think, is going to work very well. What's going to happen then is over the course of 3 or 4 weeks, the children are going to measure the rain every day and then collect and work out the results of those measurements. Also learning key math skills like working out the average rainfall. All the different schools will measure the rainfall in their country and put the information onto a document which I will provide within Google Docs, a spreadsheet, so that the children can see the average rainfall as it's happening week by week around the world. This will then lead them into creating their own graphs and thinking about all of the mathematical skills which go into graph making. And obviously, having that wonderful exchange of practical scientific information with children all around the world. Please remember, if you haven't yet subscribed, you can subscribe down below. Other videos for terms 2 and 3 will be added at a later date, but if you haven't seen them yet, the term 1 video for ages 5 to 7 and the term 1 video for ages 9 to 11 should be on the site as well now.